History does not repeat itself, but it rhymes. The oppression Nelson Mandela fought against, division, authoritarianism, fear, is not just history. It is happening now, not in South Africa, not in some distant dictatorship, but here in America. The rule of law is being bent to serve the powerful. Dissent is met with force. Fear is being used to divide us. But Mandela's words remind us we have the power to resist, to unite, to fight back, and the time to act is now. Welcome back to the channel. In the Voices of the Past series, we're diving into the powerful words of Nelson Mandela, a leader who stood against oppression and fought for justice. His message isn't just history, it's a call to action, more relevant today than ever. Let's explore his wisdom and what it teaches us about resisting injustice in our world today. These excerpts have been paraphrased to reflect the essence of Nelson Mandela's writings and speeches while preserving his original message. If you want to explore these speeches and writings further, check out the links in the comment section.
The journey to freedom is long and filled with obstacles. Along the way I have stumbled, but I have also learned that each mountain we climb only reveals more ahead. It is tempting to rest, to look back on how far we have come, but freedom is not just a destination, it carries responsibilities. We cannot pause for too long because the struggle does not end with one victory. The road to justice demands that we keep moving forward, no matter how difficult the path.
Mandela understood that the fight for freedom is never easy. The journey is long. The road is filled with obstacles. Those in power want you to believe that setbacks mean the battle is lost, that the system is too strong to change, that your voice doesn't matter. But Mandela reminds us, each struggle is just another mountain to climb. Democracy is not a finish line. It is a responsibility. The fight for justice does not end with one election, one law, or one leader. It is a movement that must never stop.
I have traveled the hard road of injustice, and I have felt the weight of oppression. There were moments when I feared I would never be free again, but I understood one thing. My captors could confine my body, but never my spirit. True imprisonment is not in chains or walls. It is in the fear that keeps us from standing up for what is right. Courage is not the absence of fear, but the ability to rise above it. A truly brave person is not one who never feels afraid, but one who refuses to let fear dictate their actions.
There are moments when standing up feels dangerous, when those in power use fear as a weapon, when they tell you to stay silent. But Mandela knew the truth. Fear is how oppressors rule. True imprisonment, he said, is not in the chains around us, but in the fear that stops us from speaking out. Courage is not the absence of fear. It is the strength to act in spite of it. The bravest are not those who never feel afraid, but those who refuse to let fear control them. That is the choice we face today.
No single person can free a nation. Liberation is only possible when we act together as one people moving toward a common goal. A leader is not a lone figure, but a part of a collective effort. Oppression thrives on division. It seeks to weaken us by turning us against one another. But if we stand united, beyond race, class, or creed, no force can hold us down. Freedom is not meant for some while others remain in chains. If one of us is bound, we are all bound. Only together can we break free.
Oppressors thrive on division. They use race, class, and belief as weapons to turn us against each other, because a divided people are easier to control. Mandela warned against this. No single person can liberate a nation. Only by acting as a collective can we break the chains that bind us. Today in America, we must ask, are we being divided? Are we allowing our differences to keep us from uniting for justice? Freedom is not meant for some while others remain in chains. If one of us is bound, we are all bound, and only together can we break free.
Reconciliation does not mean forgetting the past or ignoring the pain of injustice. It means working together to heal and correct the damage done. The struggles we endured must not be in vain. We must ensure that those who suffered do not continue to suffer. We cannot allow former oppressors to shape our future, but neither can we allow bitterness to consume us. We have come too far to let hatred divide us now. We must choose to rebuild, to unite, for that is the only way forward.
Mandela understood something that many fail to realize. Even after oppression ends, the fight is not over. The powerful will try to rewrite history, to erase the struggle, to tell us to move on while keeping the same structures of injustice in place. But Mandela warned, reconciliation does not mean forgetting. It means working to correct the injustices of the past. We must not let the past be rewritten. We must not allow systemic racism, inequality, and voter suppression to go unchallenged. We must not only resist oppression, we must actively dismantle it.
Education is the strongest tool we have to change the world. It is through learning that we empower people to challenge oppression, to question injustice, and to demand what is right. A society that denies knowledge to its people seeks to keep them powerless. If we want to break free from the chains of the past, we must arm ourselves with knowledge. A mind that has been awakened cannot be enslaved. No matter how strong the walls of injustice may seem, they will crumble before a people who are educated and determined to be free.
Why do oppressive governments fear education? Because an educated people cannot be controlled. Mandela called education the most powerful weapon in the fight for justice. When politicians ban books, silence teachers, and rewrite history, we must ask, who benefits from ignorance? Knowledge is power, and a society that learns its true history, that understands the tactics of oppression, cannot be fooled again. This is why we must fight for the right to learn, to question, to seek truth, because truth is the enemy of tyranny. Mandela's words are not just history, they are a warning. America is at a turning point. We see the warning signs: authoritarianism rising, division deepening, democracy under attack, but we also have the power to resist, to unite, to fight back. The question is, will we answer the call? Will we carry Nelson Mandela's message forward? The choice is ours. The time is now. If you're inspired by the wisdom of the past and want to hear more voices that still echo today, check out this next video. Their lessons aren't just history, they're a guide for our future. Click here to watch now.